Hello? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. What about
I
you?
think I need to turn you up for the stream a bit. Alright, say
Alright.
something? Sorry.
Hello, stream.
Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah, cool. How's it going? I didn't hear you before if you answered.
Okay, yeah. I said I'm good, and I asked how you're doing.
I'm doing pretty good. It's nice weather today finally. It was so hot for a while.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you
Um,
could do a quick introduction for the stream, that would be great. If just say like how long you've been playing, what your goals are, um, anything else.
I've been playing since like a few months after Ultimate came out, so I think that's like a year and a half or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my goals are, I don't know, I want to do cool combos and stuff.
Okay.
I
Cool.
think it's fun to go to tournaments.
So you said
And
wait. So you
yeah.
said you haven't been to tournaments?
No, I said I think it's fun to go to
Oh, it's fun to
tournaments.
turn go to tournaments. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah,
All right.
that's about
Sick.
it.
So how do you want to do this? Do you want to send me some Slippy files?
Yeah, I have a couple. Do you think Fox is good?
It doesn't matter. Fox is probably my specialty, but I can help with whatever.
Yeah. I have matches against, do you know the player SFOP?
Yeah.
I played him in tournament like last week or something.
Okay. Cool. That's a pretty good example then.
Yeah. All right, let me send them to you.
Yeah, I've been helping Duck with the matchup from the Sheik side, so
Yeah,
this is
that's
fresh
cool.
in my mind.
And then I just had pre-made this folder, so there's other matches in there, but I labeled them SFOP or something.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Nice. I like the pre-made folder. That
Yeah.
makes it easy. Okay, so I'm gonna Discord screen share so you don't have as much delay.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so what are your thoughts on this match before we go over it?
Like this match specifically?
Yeah, like uh
Um,
like do you have any specific thoughts on it? You want to just go over it in general or
I don't think I might have rewatched it like I think I rewatched it once, but I wasn't like I haven't like analyzed or anything yet. I don't know. I think he just kind of runs me over a little bit.
Okay, yeah, if something comes up that you're thinking about, just let me know.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to watch it for a second. Pretty good spacing so far. I like. So okay, so the one. Okay, so I'm just as a quick specific to talk about. You basically want to entirely avoid the top platform against Fox.
Really?
Yeah, because like the side platforms are super great because you can go up and down on them, and you can drop with needles and you can shield drop aerial and stuff like that. But basically, like if you go up to the top platform, like so Sheik's worst situation is when she's falling directly on Fox. And Fox is
Hmm.
like dash dancing underneath her because then you don't know which side of you Fox is going to be on.
Yeah.
So the advantage of the side platforms is that basically Fox is guaranteed to be in front of you because he's not
Okay.
going to run into the corner because then he'll just get drop bared or whatever or drop fared and then or drop needled and then he'll just die.
Okay. Well, I definitely do go to the top platform a lot, I think.
Yeah,
So,
so that's like a big. Well, that's like an easy. Whenever something you do is like really, really bad, then it's nice because you just stop doing it, and suddenly you have like a big increase in performance.
yeah.
So yeah, I would say that's really bad because Fox can take center stage right here and just dash dance back and forth, and then you are stuck with this mix-up of like you can go to the side platforms, but that's not that great. He can just like full hop aerial to the side platform and like cut you out of any sort of drops you do. And then if you drop
Yeah.
in the center stage, he has like the 50-50 mix-up. So like basically the top platform is only there for you to combo people off of, or if you're stuck there, it's just not a great spot to be. So basically just pretend there's no top platform. Play on the basically entirely on the ground and side plats. That'll help a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, you go up here immediately, and this is basically just like the match starts, and you're like, okay, you win, and he's like, really? And you're like, yeah, sure, just take your best position. So you can tell here when you come down from the top plat that like if he had done a bunch of things differently here, a lot of things could have potentially hit you. Like he could have very easily just up aired right here or back aired right here. So yeah, that's just something to think about. Yeah, the top plat is a horrible idea there. But overall, like beside that, the spacing is pretty good. Like the way you're running off the platforms, that back air is really good. Yeah, so you missed the punish. It happens. I like this shield too. This is like a good shield because you're expecting him to do the quick nair out of the corner, right? And I think that's really good.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So these vertical jumps here, even though you didn't go to the top platform, this is like the same concept basically, where like you're falling from like right here, and so this is like the freest thing Fox can possibly ask for. So far, it looks like your neutral is overall a lot better than your punish. Like,
yeah, I've been trying to grind out my punish game for a while, but hasn't been working out too much.
Okay.
I just gotta keep it up.
Yeah, we can go through it a little bit more. So, let me see. Yeah, so you go to top platform again. I just not really recommend that. And then, yeah, this is okay, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. It's not maybe the best thing, but it was fine. Okay. Yeah, once again, this sort of double jump thing here, you really want to avoid doing this. This is basically, like, you'd be much better off here if you're that scared to go to ledge, or just to go up to the platform and shield. Like, there's just going up here like this, like, you're basically giving up your resource of your double jump, and with Sheik, you can almost think of, like, being above Fox as, like, a resource, where, like, the more directly you're above Fox, like, the worse things get. And so, especially if you don't have a shield, like, on the platform, like, if you're in the air above Fox. So, generally, it's a situation you want to avoid. Like, it's sort of up to Fox to sort of go up and down, or, like, specifically up above you. You don't really ever want to go above him. Like, you can use the platform to sort of keep him to the side of you, but you don't want to let him really get underneath you. Especially, you don't want to do like a double jump like this here. What's your most played matchup?
Probably Marth.
Okay. because just your general movement sort of like implies like that you're used to using Sheik's vertical game a lot to like get like sort of space around somebody on the ground,
Uh-huh.
and that's less so what you want to do against Fox because he can rise up so fast. So that's why like you generally want to stay low to the ground, and the platform is a bit of an exception to that, where because you can shield instantly and shield drop, you're pretty safe. But other than that, you really don't want to ever get above Fox. And that's sort of something that's coming up a lot.
Okay.
See, so this full hop is mostly fine because you're creating a situation where you can use this platform to create a bunch of mix-ups.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you're so far in the corner that he can't really get underneath you. He's still to the side of you. And so it's a much better position for you than if you let him get directly underneath you. Nice. Okay, that was good. Okay, so do you have any thoughts on that game after watching through it again?
Yeah, it wasn't really as bad as I thought, although I got 3 stocked, but
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. Like, there were a lot of points where you got neutral wins that could have definitely converted into a kill if you had been a little bit more on point on punish.
yeah.
So, how do you practice your punish game?
I just used the combo trainer in Uncle Punch, but up until like recently, all I ever really did was just like tech chases from 0% on like spacies. So like lately I've started realizing like I don't really know how to do like a lot of the actual like combos off dash attack and stuff. So I've started practicing that also at like different percents.
Okay. What method do you use to tech chase in general?
I don't
against
even
Fox?
like I don't wave dash or anything like that, honestly. I just kind of still struggle with just like reacting to like tech in place, you know.
Okay. Do you?
I look for the split in the legs if that's what you meant.
Okay, yeah, yeah. But so
Yeah.
you don't use the wave dash?
No, I literally just like I barely run into anyone that ever gives me a problem with realizing what side they're on, you know.
Okay, yeah. Like most people don't know how to do ambiguous DI
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I would still recommend that you do the wave dash just to
Mhm.
like practice it. Like basically like even if somebody doesn't do the ambiguous DI, like
I can still practice it.
yeah, like cuz like your goal is not to beat players who don't know how to DI correctly, you know? Like
Hmm.
it's like it might like I can understand the reason for like putting it off basically because you're saying like okay, I really got to do stuff first, but like I think basically like you just want to like set up the best possible tech chasing algorithm, you know, maybe take it from Spark or whatever
Hmm.
by just watching his videos and then basically just specifically practice doing that over and over rather than practicing and being like, "Oh, I'll add in the right the right parts like later."
Yeah.
Do you crouch tech chase?
Uh, I've been trying to learn to, but I'm still super inconsistent at like getting the dash back at a crouch, like
Uh-huh.
during the tech chase. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's definitely a thing I would say to practice. But okay, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say like I've been trying to just jab more, like jab the
Mm-hmm.
miss tech.
Okay, yeah, I would try do your best to not ever jab it. Like
Yeah.
as it's the thing is with the jab is that like the jab is like okay, but it's also not good practice because then
Right.
your brain will be like I used to really have this issue with mistext. I still do sometimes because for so many years people didn't do anything. When they mistech, you just jab them and then you got the get up.
Right.
And so like I ended up with all these really bad habits of jabbing.
Right.
So just generally it's not something you want. Like you basically just try to do the optimal, face roll or spark tech chase
Yeah.
and like strictly just practice that and just like assume because like it's not like doing the wave dash or whatever makes things worse. It makes it a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
harder at like low percents, but it doesn't make it worse against people who aren't doing the ambiguous DI.
Hmm.
Because like okay, so like let's count the number of possible like basically kill because she can basically zero death fox in like a world where you don't mess up your combo.
Hmm.
So like let's see how despite the platform stuff and stuff like that, I want to see how much your okay, so there's one.
Yeah.
So if you got the kill off this, it would be 4 stocks to 3. There's 2. So I'm not going to necessarily say you zero death off both of these, but this is just 2 strong openings, okay? So you get you have 2 strong openings so far. And he hasn't gotten any. Okay, so that's 3. So you have 3 potential, like pretend you're a face roll or whatever. You
Yeah.
know? Like that's 3 potential big openings that you had. He hasn't gotten a single one yet. You've gotten 3 already. And so this one, I actually want to count this one because this you like reacted to it and you could have easily gotten like a grab here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's like basically 4. Okay, so now he gets 1. So it's 4-1 in terms of openings. Okay, so that's 5-1. I mean, I guess that counts as a big opening for him. So I'll just say 5-2. Wouldn't really be what I count as that, but okay. So it's 6-2. I'm not gonna count that because he was basically already at a disadvantage. Okay, so it's 6-3. But basically, if you got 6 good openings in a game, ideally he would already have lost the game.
Right.
Obviously, you can't necessarily depend on yourself to have perfect tech chasing because nobody does. But he would at least be, after 6 openings, you could at least hope that he would be at 1 or 2 stocks. Okay, I think you're at like 6. So basically, okay, yeah, so he gets another one there. He gets another one there. So this stock isn't going quite as well for you. Okay, he gets another one there. So it's basically like even in terms of openings at this point. So it's basically even in terms of openings at this point. I think he has 1 more than you now. The average opening per stock is 4 to 5. Yeah, but it's different depending on the matchup. Okay, so you got another one there. But like, so it's basically like he's also getting away with like a lot of movement and stuff like that he shouldn't really be getting away with. And so the nice thing about having really good punish is that people are forced to respect your feints. Like if you're like, here I come, like like let's say you dash in, he might like right now if you dash at him, he's not really going to perceive much of a threat because there's like not a time where like you dashing
Not scared of the grab.
yeah, because like even if you get it, it's not gonna lead to anything. Like he can already sort of tell that.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like if off of any of those openings, like I don't think you got a single tech chase follow up. And it's like if any of those had been a significant combo, you would have like this could have been an either even or you would have won in terms of like the game. Because I think like even if you had hit as hard as him, like he's doing like 2 or 3 openings per stock, I think. And it's like if you were anywhere close to that, like I think you got like 7 openings or something. And 7 or 8 openings, and he's still at 3 stocks. So like basically the game is the only part, like the game at its core is how many openings did you get, how many stocks did those openings lead to, and then how many openings did your opponent get, and how many stocks did those lead to. So like if you took everything else you were doing and made it the same, but you had a really good punish game, this would basically be even or in your favor.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that definitely makes sense.
And like a big piece of that is the tech chasing, because Sheik has a lot of those sort of like repetitive tech chase combos. And then in terms of her combos sort of outside of that, the most important thing is to be able to aim so that you can do a reverse dash attack. Do you ever try to use that?
No, I definitely never think about that at all.
Because like, so basically like if Fox like tech chases, or sorry, he tech rolls to like the edge of a platform or the edge of the stage or something like that, and you do like a dash attack late in his tech roll, then it'll force the, so like if you do a dash attack, Fox is usually going to DI down and away, because that'll, you know, get him away from the dash attack. If he DIs up and in, then you just dash attack fair or whatever. But if you're able to use the reverse dash attack, and it's a little tricky, I'm not going to expect you to like aim it in neutral, but in terms of punish and tech chasing and stuff, you really want to be able to have it. Because then if you're like, every time I dash attack Fox, he's DIing away, then you do the reverse dash attack, which is like you hit with the back end of the dash attack, and then Fox will still go straight up because he's holding away, so it's basically, you know, DIing in because it's a reverse dash attack. So rather than your dash attacks just getting DI'd away, you have, you know, a 50-50 of doing the dash attack, and he's gonna like, and it's very difficult for like Fox to know which side he's gonna be sent to. And so you basically like dash attack goes from a move where Fox can DI out every time, and maybe sure you get the edge guard, but it's not that great, to like a move where half the time you get the edge guard and half the time you just get a direct kill from him popping up.
Okay, yeah. I definitely did not know that I was supposed to be doing that.
You didn't know what? Sorry.
That I was supposed to be going for the reverse hit. What is it? It's just like I just press A later, right? There's nothing crazy about it.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. It's just like, yeah, exactly. So like he's tech rolling away or whatever. You would just press A later so that the dash attack comes out when he's already behind you.
Yeah, I could do that.
And then, do you boost grab?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I didn't really see any, because basically I think there's 3 different boost grabs you can get.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure to like super grind out the furthest one, pretty much as if you would grind out like wave dashing. Like the furthest boost grab with Sheik is the most important tech that Sheik has. Like literally above anything else she has. The boost grab is the move. It's like I'm sure, huh?
I was just gonna say, could you like when exactly should I be using a boost grab? You know, because I feel like a lot of times I just sort of get like baited out. You know.
Mm-hmm. So,
like by Fox especially, and by Marth too.
Yeah. So there are a couple cases where obviously, you know, it's like a whiff punish, where, you know, you're crouching and then Marth does like a short hop nair in place, and then you just boost grab up and grab him out of his landing, you know? So there's situations where it's guaranteed, and like the purpose of the boost grab in those situations is that it allows you to whiff punish from further away. So like if you're kind of across the stage and like let's say you short hop back air in place because you think Fox is going to full hop in on you. Let's just say FD, okay? and so you think Fox is going to full hop in on you, so you short hop back air in place, and then Fox instead drifts back out of the full hop, then, if you're not using the boost grab, you're basically too far away to punish, and so you might have to like get closer to him and then like sort of play another neutral situation. But if you have the boost grab and you have it down, then like you can basically play at a further range while still having a threat, while still having like a super significant threat, where like at 0 or whatever, Fox isn't scared of dash attack, but
Right.
he is definitely scared of boost grab. And so like if you don't have the perfect boost grab, you have to get a lot closer to Fox in order to actually try to hit him.
Okay, yeah.
And at higher...
Yeah, maybe I'm not.
Hmm?
I was just gonna say maybe I'm not doing the furthest one, or maybe I don't hit it.
Yeah, because the furthest one is actually crazy how far it goes.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of times I miss like the tech chase on like Falco because he has a long tech roll. So maybe
yeah, so that's another place where the boost grab helps a ton. Like like if somebody DIs like kind of on top of you, especially once you start doing the wave dash tech chase, because so let's say somebody DIs kind of on top of you or like a little behind you, and then you wave dash. Also, one thing I was going to mention is that by learning the wave dash tech chase, you get to choose which side of you that Fox is on if he techs in place. So like you get to choose which way you're facing. So like basically, if he DIs behind you, you can either turn around and grab tech in place, or you can wave dash tech in place, still facing the same direction as you were originally. So that'll allow you to sort of control your combo better based on stage positioning and stuff like that.
Right.
But
so
do
you know like what percent? I know you can't do it at 0, right? The wave dash on Fox.
I think it's like so frame perfect that it might not be worth it. What I would say is that I think, okay, so I'm pretty sure basically like don't worry about it too much at 0, because like when I talk to Spark or like the other top sheiks, they're always sort of trying to do the one at 0 in a slightly better way, and they're not sure. Like I know pivoting works, but like they kind of don't really want to pivot, or like if you do the wave dash, it's like two frame perfect inputs in a row and stuff like that. So like what I would say is like that's more of like a niche case that you can work on later. And what you really want to do is like just practice, starting the chain grab from like 20 if you're doing it in Uncle Punch or something like that.
Okay.
And then figure out like because the low percent stuff is really precise, and it's more of like these little tiny cases, and it's like maybe not. I mean, like I would say go as low as you're comfortable. I don't know the exact percent where it becomes easier. I'm pretty, like I don't know like when it turns from 1 frame to 2 frames or whatever like that. But basically, like your goal at low percent against Fox as Sheik anyway is to get some needles or land like a stray back air or something. Like you usually want to build a little bit of percent so that your only move isn't grab, because otherwise like at 0 pretty much your only move is grab, at least when he's on the ground. So it's like normally you're going to want to build a little bit of damage anyway, and so like I'm pretty sure like most of your tech chases did not start directly at 0 this game anyway.
Yeah.
And so like the majority of the time you're going to be landing like that. You're going to hit him and then he'll be like at like 17, Or like this is like I don't know if people count it. I guess. So this is like you grabbed him at 17. And so it's like the actual situation where it's going to be directly at 0 is more of like a nuanced case that you can sort of focus on specifically later.
Okay.
But I would focus on like the general tech chasing a lot more.
All right.
And, yeah.
I was just gonna. This is just a complete tangent because I just.
Go for it, man.
So like, there's a situation that happens a lot against like a bunch of characters where I'm just like standing on the edge of a side platform, right, needling, and they like get under me, and like I always just like run off and back air them, but a lot of times it doesn't really work out in my favor. I'll get where I'll get like hit before I get the back air out, or like they CC or something. So I was just wondering what kind of other options I could do in that situation. Do you know the situation that I'm in?
Yeah. Where are you from?
Florida?
Okay. Why don't we try to direct connect? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's try to do that, and you can show me the situation, and that'll make it a little bit easier.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll just leave the screen up. Okay. What's your code?
I just put it in it's Sage 876.
Okay. Sage. Oh,
Yeah,
let's do
so I'll just-
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll be like on the ground, right? And like I
Mhm.
want to get like Needle into Fair or something, but they just like sneak under me.
So they're like,
Like,
they
right.
do like that.
Yeah, and I just try to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, sometimes it works out for me, but I don't really know like what I like if I should be like wanting that situation to happen or if it's something that like I shouldn't really be like looking for. Because I mean, I feel like I could just get CC shines so easily, like a lot of the time. Especially
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like,
like
I can't really space it as well as I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess I could, but
So
I don't know.
Okay, so I guess in this situation you're afraid of them like full hop bearing or something like that. Because
or just, like, up bearing.
it depends on the percent, yeah. But basically like so okay, so admittedly this is not a great situation for you. Like you want to do your best to avoid this situation coming up entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Where like what I would suggest is to face backwards on the platform more often here.
Okay.
Because then if Fox is basically disincentivized from trying to run under because you can, drop bear or waveland off bear.
Uh-huh.
Usually drop bear or like shield drop bear. Like I would like just do like that. Yeah, so especially because you have like your shield or whatever, like you can be standing up here, you can charge needles a little bit, and then if I turn around, you just like do that, or you can turn around, throw needles. Like most of the time,
Right.
you're not gonna be forward facing throwing needles from that position. You're really
So-
actually I'm gonna go Sheik so that I can show you on the opposite platform. Oh, I picked the same skin, didn't I?
It's all good. We're not playing.
Well, I just want to pick a different one so it's easier.
Okay.
Okay. So what were you saying?
What was I saying?
You were saying something, I thought.
No. I
Okay.
wasn't.
Yeah, so basically, like, if you're here, you have this option, which is pretty fast. You have this option. You have this, like, basically from here, you can put a back air, like, here. You can put a back air here. You can put a back air here. Or you can put turnaround needles, like, in any of these positions.
Right.
Or you can from here you can like short hop and then you can go down. I wouldn't like the short hop's maybe not the best one, but like the idea is that basically like kind of like what I was saying before where you were up here and then you kind of go like this or whatever. If Fox gets underneath you, it's not that you're like dead, but you've basically lost neutral, like you're in a disadvantaged situation.
Okay.
So if Fox is down here, like basically Fox shouldn't be comfortable being right here because you can so quickly, drop fair grab or whatever, or do the needle or the back air here. And then if he tries to commit with like a full hop up air, there's like you can very easily just like shield it. So like
something
yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, you could finish your explanation. or
No,
something
go for it.
I was just gonna say, like, a lot of times, like, my neutral is just like this, right? Just like waiting for them to run into it and then like fairing them or doing like another run off needle. So is that not something I should be doing?
No,
this is like all I do.
So the thing is you can do those needles. These needles aren't bad if the fox is like here. Because then like if I'm here as Fox and then I'm like, okay, what do I want to do to Sheik? And it's like, if you're over there and you do this, like this basically gives you a needle charge. So like if I'm right here and you're over there and you short hop needle, like short hop and charge your needles, like that covers like this whole range, like this 45. Like it covers this angle right here.
Yeah.
So if the fox is underneath this platform, by jumping up, you're kind of covering that space, like right here. But if fox is like right here, and you jump up and do that, I just like look, just do that. Like I can just go forward. So like, it's not a good position if fox is too close. And so, like, if Fox is literally over here and he's jumping up and he's lasering you or whatever, that's when you stand over there and you kind of go like this. You know, like the needle... Sorry, I keep messing up the short hop. But you do like this. Because then you're getting needle charges, and then, you know, you can do like this, and then, like, let's say he jumps up here and he, you know, he tries to, like, laser you and then drop laser, jump laser, you know, like, that's really common. Then you can do this thing, or you go like this, and then you throw it.
Right.
Like that. And so you kind of go like this... like that, and so you have like a decent spot there, but then as soon as that's only if Fox is like way over here, because as soon as Fox comes in, that's when you have to start doing this stuff.
Right.
Because you're kind of in a spot where you're like, okay, like I'm not gonna let Fox get in on me from this position, because if Fox gets underneath you here, you know, he has like this mix up, you know, and he has this mix up. And he's got the up air, and he can even short hop up air to kind of pressure you, or he can stand underneath the platform and up tilt, or, you know, he can literally stand here and, like, CC, or whatever like that. So it's like, you really want to keep Fox out of that position. And I was saying that's the value of the side platform, is that you can keep Fox to the side of you, so that your back airs are actually useful.
Okay. So basically, like, once he passes, like, the, like around here where my needles, like he's gonna get underneath my needles, I should start turning around, right?
Yeah. Like if you're here and he like runs in and he's gonna get on top of you, and he's like, and he gets past this little zone, then you really want to do that, or you can kind of, you know, do this and then like that, or like this, and then like just you're gonna like want to use the platform as movement, because like Fox's short hop stuff can't hit you. Oh, Sheik's can. Fox's short hop stuff can't hit you while you're on the platform, with you know, the exception of maybe like a short hop up air, but if he does a short hop up air, you can easily counter it by just doing that. Because it's like has to be like perfectly placed, like right here. So it's like he's gonna need to full hop if he wants to hit you out of it, and the full hop is like inherently pretty committal, because just like Sheik, he has to like come down after the full hop. He can't do like this with like his aerial. He has to like come up and then come down. So like for him to full hop up to you is actually like a pretty decent commitment, and like. If he does like this nair or something like that, and you're here, you could like you could be doing this, you could shield and then like punish that nair like with the back air, and then, you know, before he knows it, he's off stage and he's dead.
Yeah, that's definitely, like, I think if he was like if a Fox was standing right here like up tilting or something, I would probably do something like this. That's
not what you want to do usually.
Yeah, it makes sense, because I mean the up tilt's not gonna hit me.
Yeah,
exactly. Not gonna hit me, and he has to full hop if he wants to hit me, right? So.
Yeah, and so then if you're here and he's doing that, you can literally just, you know, like do that and do a grab, or like you can just wait and then shield and then do that or whatever. So it's like if you're doing this, you're not actually like, or even like a light shield, you're not really in that bad of a spot. Like he has to do some form of like aerial commitment to get you down from there. And I think that's, you know, like why I get a little frustrated playing Spark, is because I can't get him down from there. Like he just goes up here and he's like, haha, like I'm safe. And it's just like, great, like are we going to fight? And he's like, nah. So it's like, you have to be confident that like your position is fairly strong. And like, if I try to, and the thing is you don't want to just strictly sit up here. Like you need to do some form of like if you're doing this, you know, this is like pretty standard like Sheik back air wall against Fox. Like if you're doing this, then you can mix up these, you know, like you don't usually want to go top, but you can mix up these with this, with that, with, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's like, as long as you can keep Fox to the side of you, you're good. But if Fox actually gets underneath you, you're not in a great spot, but you're also not immediately dead.
Right.
Like, it's a spot where you can, like, reasonably defend it.
Okay.
So it's like, what I would suggest is when you're playing against a Fox and you end up in that position, rather than immediately running to the top platform, sort of try to fight it out from this spot. Like, it's okay to hold shield a little bit longer. It's okay to, you know, wait and then drop aerials. And, like, it's okay to do this. Like, let's say you're here and then you wait a second and then Fox does an up tilt here. You can do this and then, you know, you can instantly just waveland off there. And then you have like a mix up here.
So this is, like, sort of the same on Dreamland, right? But how does this change on Yoshi's, right? I mean, he can hit me with short hop aerials on Yoshi's, right?
Not really. Like,
Really?
well, okay, so he can, but, like, here. Okay, so let's go Yoshi's. So, obviously, he's better at Yoshi's here, but also, you can use this side of the platform a lot easier on Yoshi's.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can do this, and also, the platform is wider, so you have more spaces to position yourself on, and then and then also the top platform isn't as committal as it is on Battlefield because it doesn't take you as long to get down.
Right.
So she can use the top platform a lot easier on this stage than she can on other stages because of that. And also, like, okay, so, like, stand, like, here. Like, I guess, like, you know, I can get that, but it's like, okay, even if you stand here, so, like, stand right there, like, I can kind of get you. The only time I'm really gonna get you there is if you're, like, holding shield and, like, not really angling it that well, and then I can kind of, like, poke you or something like that. But, like, so let's see, I'm Fox and you're shielding backward, or yeah, just face back. You don't even need to shield backwards. I'm, like, right here as Fox. Look at it from the Fox's perspective, like, what can I do? Like, if I full hop in like this, you could just hit me, you know? If I short hop in, you can hit me. If I run in, you can hit me. Like, this is a good defensive position for you. And then, so basically you end up in a situation where Fox is like, okay, I can't really go in, because, like, here, look, like, I'll come in and just try to, like, just drop bear, you know? No, like, drop bear. Yeah, like that. Like, there's not a lot that I can really do to, like, super challenge that. And a lot of times what will happen is this will happen. Like, so get up on the platform and shield is, like, I'll do like this, and then look at that. You just grab me or punish me or whatever. And then let's say instead of you shielding it, you shield, and then when I jump full hop at you, you shield drop back air.
Oh, whoops.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Damn.
So shield drop back air, like, as I'm coming at you. Like that. So it's like we both missed each other, but now I'm stuck on this platform right here, and you're right here, which is a pretty good spot for you. So it's like if there's just not a lot I can do to pressure you without risking myself, or, like, even if it's not that big of a risk, even if you guess wrong, you can still be in a position where you're, like, fairly advantageous.
Okay. That makes sense. I think that helped me a lot, realizing that maybe. Like, that it's not even bad once they get close, you know?
Yeah, it's like if they're here, it's mostly bad because they can kind of do this thing, which is, like, that's why you don't really want to, like, let them directly under you. But to get under you in the first place, they have to take a big risk. And, like, that is sort of, like, how it is. Like, if Fox gets in on you and you're right here, and he's literally already... Wait, so stand up here? So the idea is that, like, if I'm over here, I can't just run at you and... Well, I guess I can get that, but... Okay, that's, like, 1 in 100 times that'll happen.
Yeah.
But the idea is, like, I need to kind of perfectly space the up air to even get that. I have to, like, literally get it right on you, and then even to do that, I basically have to totally expose myself. Like, I have to jump from at least, like, here.
Yeah.
And it's, like, in that, like, that's literally where you can just hit me. And then, look, you can drop reverse needle grab. I wouldn't even do it out of shields because you're not always shielding there. Just like literally stand there and drop directly off and reverse needle. Don't run off, drop off.
Drop off?
Yeah,
oh,
drop
just
off.
like
drop and then grab.
yeah. Okay.
And especially when you reverse it, like do that.
Oh.
And then immediately like dash grab me, like immediately.
Okay.
This is like a tech you want to learn. Yeah, like that. And then it's like, oh, okay, so I got underneath you. Okay, so stand up there again. So I get underneath you and I try to up tilt you, and then like do that to me immediately after the up tilt. So okay, yeah. So I'm gonna be out here and I do this up tilt, and then try to drop. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not familiar with this movement.
No, I know that's why. Okay, so I'm gonna do the up tilt, and then so the idea is okay. So the thing is, you're not gonna get it every time. It's definitely like a mix up. But like, if Foxes does this, then just try it. Just try it. Don't worry about it.
I gotta.
Yeah. Okay. So this is something you definitely need to practice. You need to practice the reverse needle off a platform and to grab. That's like pretty big, because it gives you a mix-up off of the back air. Because it's basically like if you're facing away from me, what are your options? You know, it's just back air. So if you have the turnaround needle there, then your options are back air or turnaround needle, and that you know that's 100% increase. You know, like that's a big 1 to 2 options is really big, because if you only have one option, they pretty much know what you're gonna do. It's just about the timing. But if you have the 2 options, then it's like you can do, and also another option from here is like if you're here, you can just wave dash to here, and then you have the option to go to ledge, or if you're here, like if you're here and you wave dash here, then you know this basically guarantees Fox is on the left of you. Like he can't get to the right of you and do like this sort of cross up bear if you're over here. So you're like here, and then he goes to here, and it's like, okay, so stand up here. What can I do to you from here? Literally, like what? My only options are like full hop nair, full hop back air, or full hop up air, like that. And it's like, if I somehow mess this up and you shield it, or you just drop, like if I go it from here and you just drop from the platform, then we're in this situation. And then you know you have this up tilt mix up, or a lot of times what Foxes will do is they'll panic here. So basically, drop here. I want you to drop and then dash like that.
Okay.
So try that. Yeah. So just do a foxtrot. Do this foxtrot forward, and then perfect. Okay. So I'm right here, and you're right. So you're right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna jump at you, and then I want you to drop and do that. Sorry. I'm gonna do this. And then I drop at you, and you drop down, and then you do that. And a lot of times Foxes will do this movement, where they do like the Cody drop or whatever, where they'll like try to hit you, and then they're like, oh, Sheik dropped, and then you're like right here. So drop. You're like right there, and then they'll drop like this, and then you get this grab.
Okay.
So it's like, you can use the platform and being able to basically hit you, he has to commit by going up to the platform. And if you get down from the platform when he's getting up on the platform, now you're in a good position. It's not like an insta-win position. It's not like if you trick him up on the platform, you insta-win. But a lot of times the Foxes will do like a quick aerial or something off of that, and it gives you free baits, because you're like, oh, is he going to go for something dumb here? And then if he doesn't, you're pretty much like not in that much danger, as long as you don't let him, like if you're like right below me like this isn't that good for you. But if I'm right here, this is pretty good for you. Like, I can't actually do a lot to hit you right here. And then, so that's why from here you can, like, drop and then dash, and then... But, oh, I guess we're on Yoshi's. And remember, the top platform on Yoshi's is actually not nearly as bad for you. Can Sheik short hop up to the top platform here?
No, she can't.
From here, she can't short hop up there?
Oh, from here? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, that is, like, that makes it a lot better. Like, the fact that she can short hop up there, and then she can also short hop to the side platforms. like doing that one. That one's like that's like really good because you can just short hop up and then you can drop with an aerial. So she has a lot more control of the platforms here, and it generally makes her a bit stronger because normally the top platform and stuff like that is a big deal for her. It's like the thing is it's still not great for her, but it's way better than it is on, you know, Battlefield where she has to take 10 years to come down. Do you remember what time we started?
No. I mean,
It should be in the Discord call. No, I don't know. Oh, I started the call at 1:26. I started the call at 1:26, so we have like 15 minutes left or 20 minutes left.
Okay.
I was just checking. I didn't remember what time we started.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess with the last 10 minutes, I think that I would want to talk about like just like any general advice you have on like implementing things into like actual gameplay, you know? Because I think I struggle with that a bit.
Okay. Can you give a little bit more detail on specifically like what topic you're talking about? Like I can go through multiple ones, but like which one? Like where do you want me to start?
All right. So I guess so. We talked about most was that sort of same situation with Fox, right? So I don't think I have like a complete grasp of the situation yet, right? Like I'm gonna have to go over it.
The platform stuff?
Yeah, just like everything.
Yeah, yes. But you have like the general idea of like don't let Fox get directly underneath you.
Yeah. But I don't know how exactly I'm gonna go about like getting myself to like recognize those situations in a game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Do you like if you're trying to like add something into your play, do you sort of just play against someone and just like super focus on that one situation, or do you like
Yeah, okay. So what I'll do is basically you play somebody, and I think so probably like usually the best people to test stuff out on is like people who are worse than you. Like like it's usually good to not do it against somebody who you're like your ego's on the line or you want to win or whatever, because then like subconsciously you'll default to whatever your same options are, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like, but what you want to do basically is autopilot everything else and focus on just those situations.
Okay.
And then, so what you can do, especially now that we have Slippy, is basically create, so it's like, there's a couple situations that we went over. And it's like, what I want you to do is try to create those situations like correctly. Like be like, oh, okay, we talked about this situation in the lesson, and I successfully did this option. So it's kind of like we know the drop from platform thing, you know, we know the back air thing, we know the turnaround needle thing. Those are kind of like three options that we talked about, right? And it's like, what you can do is just try those options a bunch. Like, be like, don't like, basically it's like, if you try these options 100 times, then there are bound to be situations where they work correctly and ones where they don't work correctly. And so what you're doing there is you can watch the VODs or the Slippy VODs or whatever and then be like, okay, so these situations it worked in, and then these situations it didn't. And then the situations that it that it doesn't work in, those are the situations where you can say, okay, what should I have done differently, or what cue did I respond to in a wrong way, or like how to best. So it's basically, these are the most basic situations that you want to use, like the most basic solutions, okay? And so you basically apply the most basic solutions to every problem and figure out where they don't work and where they do work. And in the cases where they do work, that's great. You want to try to repeat those situations as much as you can because they're good. Then in the situations where they don't work, you want to figure out which move should I have used differently, or can I use these moves to cover it? Like, there'll be situations where, you know, it's like somehow Fox gets underneath you and you say, okay, so right here I used, you know, wave dash off back air, but Fox got underneath me. And so then you say, okay, so I guess in this situation where he's kind of at this spacing, if I do the wave dash off back air, it's like he's too close to me and he can still get under me. And so in those situations in the future, I should try the drop back air or the drop needle. And then it's like, if those don't work, then, you know, you can either ask me about it, or you can, you know, try maybe changing your positioning on where you are on the platform or something like that. Or maybe, you know, you're spending too much time directly on the platform, and you could be spending more time underneath the platform to, like, sort of control the space a little bit better. Okay. So it's really about, like, autopiloting the rest of your game and focusing on these, and then making note and, like, re-watching where it's successful and where it's not. Because that'll help you sort of fill out the nuanced cases.
I think I can do that. Doesn't sound too hard.
And then in terms of other stuff, I would say, like, practice. So, okay, so I don't know if you're writing this stuff down. But
yeah, I'm taking notes.
Okay, so in addition to that, a big one is tech chasing. Like, you've gotta get these tech chases consistent, and it's like,
that should be the focus.
What?
Said that should be the focus.
Yeah, like that. Like, outside of this neutral situation that we talked about, that is like the single defining thing that will change the entire game for you, because once you start hitting harder, people have to respect that you're hitting harder, and they have to space differently because they're afraid of you doing something. So it's like somebody who's afraid of you boost grabbing randomly, like, it's like, because you were saying, like, boost grab, like, you'll get your boost grab baited out, right? And it's like with the basically, you're not going to be boost grabbing all the time, but when you do a random boost grab, it's also not going to hit every time. Sometimes you'll go for this crazy boost grab and it'll just get baited. But the idea is that if sometimes you go for this random crazy boost grab and you kill off of it, or you do a big combo off of it, then he has to respect it and he has to fear it. And so therefore he has to play around it. And so even if you do a crazy boost grab, let's say twice in a game or once in a game, the entire game he still has to be playing around it. And that will completely change the way he spaces. Because, like, let's say you're on a platform and you drop Bear off the platform, if you don't have the random boost grab, like, so if you're on the platform here, you come up here, and then I'm right here, and you drop back air in place. You don't need to shield drop out of it either, but it doesn't matter. You just drop back air, yeah, like that. So if you do that and you aren't a boost grabber, the situation I'm expecting is I can dash in, dash back. So I'll do like this. I'll do like that, and then I'm gonna hope you do a drop back air forward tilt. But if you're, and like, that's honestly not even a bad option if Fox is coming in, like, to drop bear instant forward tilt. Yeah, so it's like, that's not that bad of an option if I'm coming in, but a lot of times I'm gonna bait it by dash dancing right here, like drop back air forward tilt, and then I'll do that and then grab you. Yeah. And that's like what I want. But, like, let's say that 1 out of 5 times or 1 out of 10 times, it doesn't really matter, you drop back air, instantly boost grab, so do that. Then, like, me waiting for your forward tilt or whatever, and me trying to do this bait in front of you, now becomes risky for my entire stock. Like, if I try to punish your drop back air and do a little bait here, I can just literally get grabbed and insta-lose my stock from the boost grab. And so because of that, when you're up here and you do this drop back air, a lot of times as Fox, if the Sheik does a lot of boost grabs, I'll, like, kind of, you know, I'll like retreat or something like that, because I'm like, because then if you do the boost grab, then I'm like, aha, I baited Sheik, and then I can punish from like up here.
Right.
But then if you don't do the boost grab, you just got down to the ground safely, and now Fox is kind of, jumping back here or something, and then you can drop bear, wave dash here, and then I'm jumping up here, and now I'm kind of like scared because you can shark me out of the air. So it's like, but the thing is let's say I'm playing a Sheik and they do the boost grab, but they're also not really punishing hard off of the boost grab. Then like, I'm not that scared because maybe I'll just do the drill in place or something like that, because I'm like, oh, like I can get away with, if she does this back air forward tilt, I can get away with this because if I get this grab up throw, then I'm gonna do like these combos or whatever, and like that'll be more worth it than the risk of standing here. So once you can actually, it's like the boost grab's never going to always hit, but once it's a really significant threat, it opens up the matchup in other ways because I have to avoid it.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
So I would say hardcore practice the tech chase, like basically to the point where it's like that matters more than anything else you can do in this game right now.
Yeah.
Where like if you don't get the tech chase consistent, they'll never have to respect your options in neutral, and you'll never even get to like the real matchup. And so even if you're doing these back air things and this good defense, like they're not gonna respect it, and they'll just sort of throw random moves into you until they win, because they're not respecting the fact that you can just tap them into a zero death. So by grinding out the tech chase, you get respect from your opponent, and you'll open up the ability to play the actual game, rather than them just sort of throwing stuff in your face and then you miss punishes. That's basically the SFOP thing. He wasn't really doing anything very good, but he was just sort of throwing out moves here and there, and when he hit on his moves, he outpunished you. And so it's like, if you're getting outpunished by the Fox as Sheik, you will just lose. Like that's just how it's gonna be. So it's like, the tech chase is the number one thing. The second thing is stop going up vertically above Fox and stop going to the top platform. Use the side platforms and being grounded to keep Fox to one side of you as much as possible. And if you're practicing the tech chase and you're not going up to the top platform, and you're aware of to keep Fox to the side of you using back airs and drop from platform turnaround needle, I think those are all things that, like, if you put all of your effort into those things, you'll see a lot of improvement.
Okay.
But I think we're about at time. So if you have any last questions, now would be the time for that.
No, I don't think I do. I think that was a good wrap up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good, man. If you have any extra questions or you're confused about anything, just hit me up on Discord and I can help you out with that. But
all right.
Otherwise, have a good day, man. It was fun.
Yeah. I'm going to message you. But yeah, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good, man. See ya.
Appreciate it.